Hi guys, we're early on in the academic year, so I thought I'd give you a quick video on what we can be looking at to do this early on to maximise your chance of success when it comes around to coursework submissions and exam preparation. So starting off at this time of year, what you're going to be focusing mostly on is starting early and focusing on the long run up to any deadlines or exams you've got coming up. Make sure you're taking that long run up because it's difficult. It becomes more difficult the longer you leave it. Procrastinating definitely doesn't win the race in this case, especially not when it comes down to A levels. We have a lot more things to consider outside of school, and also just to not in the lead up to exams and deadlines spend 2 weeks inside cramming something that you're essentially just writing for the sake of filling words or time. It's best to have lots of short sessions over the course of the year than it is to have fewer longer sessions. So just bear that in mind as well when it comes to your revision plans. The next key thing is, what are you being tested on? What is your syllabus? Are you studying with AQA, Edexcel, any other different exam boards, OCR for example, that you can go on their websites and actually find out what it is you're being tested on. Go on there. Find specifications, find how many exams, what type of exams, what your key themes are, what your learning objectives are. We have more videos on this channel dissecting each of those and some of the key or more popular topics, going through them and the learning objectives and outcomes and things like that. You also need to know what you're studying for or particular topics of breadth or depth studies, because they're going to determine how much about specific topics you need to know and how much about wider context you need to understand. And also, especially again for A-level, is what can you do outside of class. A-levels aren't spoon-fed to you through textbooks the same way that previous exams are. You're expected to do more reading outside of class. So do you know what books you need? Has your teacher told you? And if not, maybe start making those conversations yourself. Don't rely on teachers to come to you with that help. They will do eventually, but it may be too late if you've got a revision schedule that's telling you need to be there a bit earlier. Number 3 is understanding what skills you need or what skills you have. So figure out what your strengths and weaknesses are. With history, it tends to come down to being able to read quite well and analyse what you're reading, understanding context. Also your written ability. What you're marked on is essentially how well you write. You could have quite good thoughts, but you need to be able to explain it, link it, and deal with that quite well. Again, more videos on writing styles and how to exceed in that respect coming onto this video. So do subscribe, hit like if you want to see some of those as well. Evaluating is quite key the further on you get in your studies as well. So for your GCSE, you need to be able to give at least basic examples of evaluating the material you're using, and also understanding what it is you're actually writing. That's quite key. Come to your own judgments and things like that. So just knowing where you need to stand with those is quite key, especially early on, so you know where you need to work out and iron out the creases. Number 4, the best way of preparing for these types of exams and coursework is just by doing. You need to know how you're going to revise, and the best way honestly is just to do. Find past exam questions. Come back to this channel to find past exam questions and how we go through them. But also, understand again your breadth and depth studies. Revision is more about understanding where you're coming from in terms of your approach to this. So you can go about it many different ways. Personally, I'd prefer to just go through past exam questions because you're then likely to understand the style and the way the questions are likely to be asked for you. It'll also help you sort of gather thoughts together more coherently in your mind, more in the way that you'd expect to find them come up in an exam. Number 5 is more just a bit of housekeeping, bit of just making sure that you keep you healthy and happy. Exams aren't supposed to take over your life. School's not supposed to take over your mental well-being. It's not supposed to come ahead of you. So make sure you're looking after yourself. Like I said before, cramming for 2 or 3 weeks or even just a couple of nights, pulling all-nighters, is not going to keep you in the best mental state when it comes into your exams, and you're likely to heap loads and loads of pressure on yourself. So make sure you allocate time wisely, but also in a way that really benefits you some way that's going to make you happy, keep you happy, without sort of putting other subjects to the back of the pile, as it were. Yes, study is important. Yes, getting marks and good grades is important, but your mental well-being is also important. So just make sure you think of yourself before you go sort of cramming these sessions in, and remember that it's supposed to be a topic that you enjoy taking. Hopefully you've chosen it for the right reasons, not just because it fills a gap on your timetable. If you need any further help with understanding the course or what more you need to do with it, by all means drop a comment drop a comment below. Anything else you need, just subscribe that, send us a message, and we'll see what other videos we can come up with to help you all together. Okay guys, like I said before, hit the subscribe button. Remember to like this video, comment on what you thought of it. It's my first video face to face, so it's a bit weird talking into the camera, but do give us a comment down below what you thought of it, and just make sure you come back for more videos. Cheers guys.